In a medical emergency, seconds matter. Check out this video. You can see a group of people rush in to help a man when he went into cardiac arrest at the Franklin factory a few months ago. Well, now their actions are sparking an urge to make sure everyone knows what to do in an emergency like this. Let's bring in Megan Scarano, who joins us now with more on this story. And Megan, these bystanders, they saved this man's life.
Eugene, that's how the Franklin Fire Department put it, that Wayne Young is here today because of what those bystanders did before first responders arrived on the scene. And now first responders are hoping that a situation like this inspires you to get CPR trained.
Call 911, the location of your emergency. Factory at Franklin.
On December 16th, Wayne Young had just finished a delivery at the factory at Franklin when the 65-year-old collapsed right outside of Edley's Barbecue.
It happened right here.
This group of people who had just happened to be there helped save Young's life before paramedics arrived.
So, yeah. Sorry.
Ben Ingram,
Still very emotional.
Was one of those bystanders.
It was a really beautiful time, and I'd do it again. Again and again and again, I'd do it again.
It all happened while Ingram was taking inventory like he does every Tuesday. What would unfold over the next 15 minutes was anything but routine.
And as I was walking out of the office, I saw him fall down. And when I saw him fall down, I dropped everything and I just ran out there.
Security camera footage at the factory shows a member of the group calling 911 within seconds of Young collapsing. Then dispatch instructed the group to start CPR.
All right, go ahead and start counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And find an automated external defibrillator or an AED.
First place I ran to, I found the AED.
Adult patient.
Lieutenant paramedic Austin Cooper and his crew were the closest team to the factory when the call upgraded from a fainting patient to a cardiac arrest.
It's kind of like, oh no, here we go.
Cooper and his team arrived just moments after the group administered a shock to Young. They continued to coach them through compressions before taking over.
From the time the patient goes down to the time they walk out of the hospital, there's a chain of kind of everybody has to do their own thing. And with them doing what they did, it helps out that chain of survival a lot. So it's really encouraging.
Cooper says the bystanders calling 911, starting CPR, and finding and using the AED are what made the difference between life and death.
I have no doubt that the gentleman that survived would not be here if it wasn't for that early intervention. Everything they did is truly a testament to why he's still here.
Now, the Franklin Fire Department is inviting everyone to be a part of the chain of survival. The factory at Franklin will host an event where you can be trained on CPR.
You'll take your hands and you'll put your palm here and you'll interlock your fingers here.
How to use an AED.
Apply pads as shown in the pictures.
And how to respond to other emergencies. Training that can put you in a better position to help save a life.
For every minute that a patient is down and does not receive the proper care, whether it be compressions, ventilations, defibrillation like that, every minute their chance of survival reduces by at least 10%.
Ingram took CPR training years ago. December 16th, 2025 was the first time he had ever tapped into those skills.
You never know when you're going to be in that situation, when it's needed, and to be able to actually help somebody when they need it is so, it's a precious part of life.
To say he's glad he knew what to do for Wayne Young that Tuesday in December, well, that would be an understatement.
That humanity was awesome to see, especially in a world that seems ever more disconnected from one another.
And to put this in perspective, in 2025, Williamson County dispatchers coached CPR over the phone 430 times. So it can happen to anyone. If you want to learn skills to help in a moment like this, you can come to the Community CPR and Public Safety Day after the Franklin factory. It is tomorrow and it starts at 10 a.m. And I have more information on our website on how you can register. Eugene, back to you.